Products that pass through the Dräger test laboratories have to undergo rigorous testing. Here, in the name of quality, they are shaken, bombarded with electromagnetic waves, and listened to very carefully. Occupying an area covering 2,400 square meters and employing around 50 people, the various testing laboratories in Lübeck are among the most efficient accredited facilities in Germany. Firstly, we carry out the relevant safety tests used to approve our products all over the world. Secondly, we act as consultants to the Research and Development Division. Furthermore, we guarantee the reliability and safety of our products in the various markets by conducting tests that sometimes far exceed national and international standards. Among other things, the laboratories have a material testing department, vacuum and environmental chambers, electrical and mechanical test stands, an acoustic chamber, an electromagnetic chamber, various functional testing facilities, and a simulation room. Depending on requirements, various applications and operating environments can be simulated here. Extensive material tests are initially conducted to see how the device, in this case an anesthesia device, reacts to disinfectants, for example. In addition, materials that generally come into contact with the human body are tested for biocompatibility. The device's compatibility to the environment applies not only to the surfaces, but also to the electronics. In the electromagnetic anechoic chamber, which is completely shielded from outside influences and at a height of 6 meters almost resembles a cathedral, the devices are exposed to high levels of electromagnetic radiation, simulating the real-life operational situation. The medical device is exposed to an electromagnetic field, similar to that generated when a cell phone or other wireless device is nearby, and we can monitor the behavior of the medical device in the presence of the field. We actually test for the worst-case scenario by using a turntable that rotates around 360 degrees. This means the device must really pass the test in all directions. The conditions are just as tough for the products tested in the climate chamber. Whether used in tropical or Arctic conditions, the device must be able to perform its task without being affected by extreme humidity and temperatures. Things are significantly calmer in the area of acoustics. Here, there is almost an eerie silence. This room simulates an open space free from any annoying background noise. This is made possible by the extreme sound insulation, which can be seen here in the background, and which is also acoustically perceivable when you enter the room. The space is completely disconnected from our building and therefore has a very low inherent sound level. Under the watchful eyes and ears of the testers, the device must produce its alarm signals. Sound pressure, frequency, and tone sequences are all assessed here. Before Dräger products can be delivered to the customer, they have to demonstrate that they work well in high vibration environments. And after heavy use, there must not be a single screw loose or broken part. Our electrodynamic vibration system can simulate operational environments often encountered in ambulances, transport, airplanes and helicopters. The testing time runs for 2 hours per axis, with 3 axes in total, which means that the device must withstand a total of 6 hours of vibration tests, during which it is subjected to a shock load of 6,000 impacts. Once this procedure is complete, the device must be fully functional and operate according to specifications, with no errors or loose parts. The Dräger testing laboratories are not just used to perform highly standardized tests. It is also possible to recreate hospital conditions. To this end, a statistically significant number of devices are exposed to various fluctuations and operating states, partly to detect any faults, but also so that weaknesses that would have led to a device malfunction in the worst-case scenario can be precisely identified. With this room, we have created an infrastructure that allows us to precisely replicate growing clinical demands. Performing practical tests under various environmental and operating conditions allow us to identify the kind of faults that in the past have only occurred once the devices are in use by the customers, despite extensive laboratory-based and clinical testing. Defects are documented and corrective actions recommended, which are then implemented by various engineering departments. This sometimes extreme and lengthy procedure involves a great deal of effort and expenses. It allows us to offer an extra level of quality assurance. This doesn't necessarily translate into direct gains, but we are able to make gains on the market. And so the employees at the testing laboratories continue to apply themselves to the key task of supplying Dräger products of the highest quality.